Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Ash from South Wales.
I'm Ante from New South Wales.
Liar. He's a Yugoslavian.
Oh, be careful of that one too.
I don't know why, but I liked when I was growing up in school, you'd hear like these phrases like Prussia, Yugoslavia. And I'm just like, so where is that now? Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist, yes.
So,
Amongst most Croatians, we know it as jug of saliva.
okay. See, that's what I was interested in is like how you perceive yourself, because even like Italy is quite relatively a new country, united, you know? I mean, I think it's younger than America technically, but being Croatian, but then having to say, oh, no, you're Yugoslavian, or being Polish and being, no, you're a Soviet.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing. Like, my parents, they moved to Australia.
Yeah.
Why? Get the fuck out of a communist country. So,
The commies. Talking of commies, I've been watching Watchmen TV show.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch
seen that one?
did
No,
you
I
watch
haven't
that?
seen that one.
Did you watch the film?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
I thought so. People like that.
I expected more from it.
Yeah, I like it because it's the whole, you know, the real side. Well, the boys has kind of like ripped it off and made it more into a fun version. But I like the message about, you know, like if superheroes were real, it would be terrible.
I think so. And yeah, you're right. And the boys have made it a bit more.
Yeah.
But wow, yeah.
Yeah, the TV show is really, really good. Like,
definitely.
it's quite good. But if you haven't seen any of the source material, you'd be like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, back to the music.
We are here to talk about Peace of Mind. Iron Maiden.
I know Iron Maiden.
Who are they?
They're a?
A 5-piece heavy metal band from the East End.
Really? And
Don't like mangoes. Yeah.
someone needs to take these buttons away from me. It's too much sometimes. Yeah, anyway, so basically if you're new to the podcast, I'm a big Maiden fan, and Ante over here is...
I'm an up-and-coming big
Up-and-comer.
Iron Man. I'm already a fan,
Yeah,
but an up-and-coming big fan.
I gotta be honest, man, I am really enjoying the new Bruce Dickinson single.
Yeah?
I've been blasting it quite often, and it sounds much better through Apple Music than it does YouTube, of course, and I like the video, it's quite fun.
Yeah,
Bruce
it was
is
pretty
enjoying himself. Think about it, Bruce had cancer a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Well, quite a long time ago now.
Was it throat cancer? Or something?
Throat cancer.
Yeah, right.
Recorded an album with it, and since then has done another album, and is now doing a solo album.
He's ripping it.
And he looks so happy in the video. I
Yeah.
love that.
Good on
I
him,
love
man.
happy Bruce.
Everyone loves a happy Bruce.
Not Blaze or Paul.
No.
He's trained.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we hit on the first track, which we just played in the intro, the old Eagles. God, I love that intro. And today we're on to track 2, Revelations.
Right, this is it's a song where I make a fool of myself, among other things, and it's a song off the new album. It's a song called Revelations. All right, so here we go. All right.
All right. Now, did you hear what Bruce said there? He said he might make a fool of himself.
Why?
Why do you think that is?
I don't
Quiz.
know. Quiz?
Just
Quiz
get.
time?
What do you think? Bruce is on stage and he said, right, before we do this song, I'm just telling you, I might make a fool of myself. What's he going to do?
Well, he's not going to be singing about dinosaurs. I know that.
Not yet.
I really don't know. Is he just going to sing it bad?
We'll see.
Not bad, eh?
Man, if you could have saw us then, we went through different stages of what we were playing to.
Exactly.
I went to the drums, to the guitar. It was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had all the air instruments out.
I know. I would love to do a video version of this podcast, but the point of it is that, I like playing clips and,
Yeah,
old Bruce might get mad.
that's right.
So sorry. If you would like to see a video version, then we would start a Patreon and do it privately, but we would need, a few more emails, a few more listeners. So come on, tell your friends, guys, come on.
Tell everybody that wants to listen.
And you've messed me up now.
Why? What did I do?
Last album, you were talking about the bloody order of tracks.
You're right. Go on.
And now, I love this song, but I think, do you know what? Maybe a little bit later.
I have that in my note. That is my only gripe
Yes.
for this track.
Oh, hold on there. Don't say gripe.
Oh,
Use a softer word.
grope. Oh,
Oh, grope. My only grope.
my only little grope at the song. Yeah.
I know. But I know what you mean. Listen, I think Revelations is a top tier Maiden song, but I do like when Maiden do banger, 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 chill out. So
This is a mid for me, like, because it's not a full slow song. So
no, but it is absolutely amazing. Now, before we go into all the details, mate, what do you like the song, Andy? Tell me, what do you think about this song?
I like the song Revelations, right?
Revelations.
Whereas I like to call it da na 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 bloogie doo doo. That's what I call it.
Yeah. Do-do-do-do, bloody-boo-boo. Yeah, Steve Harris's bass, especially in this album, there's a point in this album where this bass is making some weird noises where you're like, is that a bass? I mean, we'll come to something later, but that's one of them too. Even though he's playing, he's playing a do-do-do-do, but the way he plays it just sounds so interesting. Yeah, almost like not like a bass. Very cool.
But my first listen of this one I remembered. So the one that well, again, like we were saying, for me, if we're talking track listing, it's more of a mid one. Like I said, throughout the bangers, let's have a bit of a breather, but we're still going to rock on.
Yeah.
So this one, when he first starts singing, this is another example for me where he's not hitting any high notes, but there's still a lot of power.
Yeah.
In it, right?
Yeah.
And
I agree with you. Yeah, it's like Bruce is like singing, like, regular standard guitar tuning for a lot of people is kind, in metal especially, is too high.
right, yeah.
Yeah, but he seems to be just
very comfortable
like
with it.
headroom, Like he's just got, he can go forever. I mean, he goes crazy and later in the album in his range, but I know what you mean. A lot of power and not trained, Paul. Sorry.
No, not at all. But yeah, so when he was just pulled out those first few notes going with the rhythm, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, because usually in the verses, you kind of like, chilled out a little bit, aren't you? But he's really
No, but you can hear it. He's still giving it a bit of power there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then my first listen to, I got surprised with the da-na-na, and then it was like an abrupt stop, and I was like, what happened?
Yeah, the power of the pause.
Right.
And space in music, I think a lot of modern metal does that now, like gent stuff, where it's like, like they use noise gates to like, and it is effective.
Yeah.
That's why people say, oh, they're only playing 1-1-0, which is true. But when you put 1-1 space, then a 0, it's like a good example is Architects, the band Architects. If you ever hear them, they're a really British band. Really, really, I kind of grew up with them. They were like masters of that in their albums. Like, there's a song called, what the hell is it called? I don't listen to that much at the moment. But that song. Something dead. Anyway, but the riff is like diddle 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 down, diddle diddle down, diddle diddle, and that when it stops, diddle 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 down, diddle diddle down, diddle diddle diddle, that little tiny bit, it just gives it so much more power rather than just going diddle 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 diddle. So in the song too, da na na, da na na. Dun, 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 dun. And that sounds so simple, right? In power chords. I mean, a beginner could play that. But once again, serving the song and the pause in between. Da-na-na. What's going on? Da-na-na.
That really got me the first time. Wait. But then when it just
kicks
back in.
Yeah, when it was later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is, just really great songwriting, I think, in this song.
Yeah.
And, this goes from, heavy. And also, talking about beginner, this song was written by Bruce Dickinson.
Okay.
Completely.
Oh.
So that's why it's simple.
Right.
I mean, the verse riff is the guitar is it sounds like,
Right,
you know,
yeah,
your first
yeah,
song, but
yeah.
it just happens to be fucking incredible.
That's
Bruce.
right.
You know what I mean? Da-na-na.
Fuck you, Bruce.
Yeah, right, you know? Da-na-na. Dun, 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 dun-na-na. Totally written by Bruce.
Yep.
So on the credits, guys, if you look at Iron Maiden's song, if it has two people, that usually means Steve wrote the music and Bruce wrote the lyrics, involving Bruce, I mean. But if it has just one person, that means that person wrote everything.
Yep.
Vocals and everything, you know? When I talked about before about Paul singing beautifully,
Yep.
this is the song I
Yes.
think where Bruce sings beautifully in like just a really nice way. Solos are great. The riffs are classic. The audience participation, you know?
The solo's a ripper, eh?
Yeah, really very good solo.
We're shredding there.
This was a huge live song because you can do the da-na-na, yeah, da-na-na.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I think around this time is probably when Steve, because later on in the albums, man, I think Steve does too many, like, okay, we got to get the crowd involved for this part quick.
Yeah.
And it kind of hinders the song a little bit. But this is a moment
Right.
where, like, da-na-na, yeah, maybe they're thinking, oh, because if we do that, then the crowd can go, yeah, oh yeah, that's
yeah.
good, isn't it? And but only on that part.
Mm.
Whereas in later days now, it's kind of
If you do that too much, it's a bit like then the crowd's like, yeah, okay.
yeah. Well, we'll get there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I always think of Iron Maiden has been spoiled by Brazil because when they went to Brazil, they don't speak English,
Yeah.
so they just hum all the melodies.
Yeah.
So like Fear the Dark, you know, whoa,
Yeah.
and then they sing it. So they're like, oh, we can do on every song now. It's like, yeah, only in Brazil, but you know, but yeah, it's amazing. So I really think like the last few albums I've talked about before have been prepping for this album where it's just tight, well written songs and not just Steve, which is refreshing.
Yeah.
Here's the parts that I like.
Yeah.
See that? I mean, if you showed any guitar player right now, you'd be like, "That's too easy. That's too simple."
Right.
Mate, the power of da-na, 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 da-na,
Gets the heads nodding, man.
It's so with the beat behind it, you don't need any more.
Yeah.
You don't need to go anymore. I really like that. But power chords, man, they're going out of fashion, man. Bring back power chords.
I love power chords.
Me too.
That's all I know. Pretty much. That's why I
That's
love
all you
them.
need to know.
Yeah.
It's all you need to know. There's just nothing more you need.
It's a strong divide. Take not thy thunder from us. Take away our pride.
That is just amazing. Bruce, you know, take away my pride. And it goes into that, the choice of melody on the guitar there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure if Bruce wrote, well, he must have wrote it because it says he did. Da-na-na, da-na-na. It's just a great choice of melody.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
like, you know, a lot of like guitar stuff, you have, you know, a lot of choices to go with the melody.
Right.
But it just matches his voice well and it just goes, I just love that part, you know, when it goes into that. This song gets better and better as it goes on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well, in general, there's a lot of variety in this song,
yeah,
right?
yeah, there is. Yeah, it is. And it's funny because, like, you know, metal guys now, they just forget to be, you know, like this. Be nice, lads.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be Slayer all the time, which is funny because, like, I seen a thing about the guy saying, you know why Slayer are not tough? Because they wrote a song. Like, fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Like, tough guys don't write songs. Like, you know, like, 'cause people being metal, like, I like Slayer, you know, because it sounds cool and
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
But, like, they wrote a song. That's already not cool, you know? Yeah. That's not what tough guys do. Okay, I'm just, I just want to stop the podcast and listen to the song. Do you hear that tom fill?
Yep.
That was
yep.
so good, you know. I just love how the toms sound on this album. Really, really nice. And, you know, that simple transition then, see? Back into the main riff. Remember that, Steve?
Yeah.
Remember when you could
right.
do that? It's hard to do a podcast in 2024 about Iron Maiden, not talk about modern Maiden. And, I'm trying not to be a twat about it, but, come on, Steve. Anyway.
It's okay. You can be a twat.
Can I?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, let's play some more.
She came to me with a serpent's kiss as the eye of the sun rose on her lips. Moonlight catches silver tears I cry.
I thought the first time I heard this, and I still think it to this day, fuck off, did Bruce write that?
Right.
Did he hear that shit? That was like, no way Bruce wrote that.
But he did.
Well, kind of.
Oh.
This lip. What?
She came to me with a serpent's kiss as the eye of the sun rose on her lips.
Fuck off, dude. No way he wrote that. I think Bruce is a great singer.
Right.
And his lyrics have never been, I made it straight to the point. Even Bruce is straight to the point,
Right.
No way he wrote that. So I was really curious about it because like I said, I don't really dive deep into the meanings of the songs. I just like to, listen to them. But
you weren't convinced? Did you delve into that?
No. So I checked an online video where they played this song, and it was at a Rock AM Ring Festival or something. So Bruce said the lyrics were about a guy called Alistair Crowley. Alistair Crowley famously mispronounces Alistair Crowley and Mr. Crowley, Ozzy Osbourne.
Right.
Mr. Crowley. I think it's Crowley, but I'm not sure. Anyway, he said it's about mystical sex, ancient Egypt, and English hymnal. And so Alistair Crowley is a famous British weird guy. He's people know his name, but they didn't know what he was. Basically, he was just like a nut job that people really liked. But he wrote a lot of books and stuff, and Bruce was a huge fan. And basically, a lot of the lines in this, except for the beginning, are taken from his works, and Bruce just kind of stitched them together.
Really?
So it's not like he didn't write it. He's just using, it's based on the story. It's not nothing. There's no lawsuit here.
I was gonna say,
But that line, I think it's beautiful, man. It sounds so good. I just can't believe. I was like, no way, you fucking. I thought that the first time I heard.
She came to me with a serpent's kiss as the eye of the sun rose on her lips.
As the eye of the sun rose on her lips. Like, what a performance.
right. It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Love it.
Amazing. But yeah, I was like, no fucking way did he write that. I was like, no way. No way. Oh, you get what I'm saying, right? Like,
Nice little rolls.
yeah,
whatever.
not that difficult, not that complicated,
Yeah,
but just
yeah.
really well put together, interesting, and just keeps you on a rock.
Chugs along nicely.
It's great. It's great. This song has got great moments, and fair dues to Bruce. He wrote the song, and it's just a great fucking song. It's really good. But I do agree that it should be a bit later on the album, maybe.
Yeah.
To make it, like, 'cause I just like the 1-2 punch.
Right. Yeah.
1, 2,
totally.
and then
And then we
check
can bring
if I'm
in-
okay.
Yeah, that's it. You guys all right out there?
Yeah, that's what I like.
Revelations occupied the space normally taken up by a song like Children of the Damned, and for reasons of musical insecurity, I sported a guitar to play the opening lighter passages. I was not exactly overconfident playing in front of several thousand people, and I'm pretty sure that whatever I played was never actually broadcast to the audience on the grounds that it might have been crap.
Now, I'm going to go on the record here and say that Bruce holding a guitar is the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's worse than
I don't know if I can picture it.
It's worse than Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. This is Bruce Dickinson holding a guitar. Ugh.
Mm.
Ugh. Oh, look at it. Look at this one. Oh, no.
Is he
It's a fucking
is he
Les
checking if it's
Paul.
in tune? I don't mind Les Paul.
No, I don't mind any guitar, just not Bruce Dickinson playing it. It's gross. I feel dirty looking at it. Oh my God. So
Oh, that picture with the Strats are killer too.
oh, look at this one too. He's like, oh, it's
Ooh.
gross, man. Something gross about seeing Bruce Dickinson holding a guitar. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you. It's just not right.
Yeah, if you look at the video live at Dortmund, he plays a guitar and it's just like, you know. I can't look at it anymore.
So did the sound tech just like have it? Was it plugged in?
Probably not. I
Yeah, I
mean,
was gonna-
it's just probably like Bruce wanting to do it because he wrote. I understand he wrote the song, so he wants
Yeah,
to play
yeah.
it. But like, there's something just really gross about it. Seeing him with a guitar, it's just like I don't know. Oh, nitty gritty.
Mm.
This song is 6 minutes and 51 seconds. Not a radio version.
No.
Written by Bruce. That means he picked up a guitar. Ugh.
Ooh.
Like I'm giving this a minus point now. So Steve likes to watch films and write songs, and apparently Bruce likes to read books by madmen and then writes a mix of whatever he can remember, basically, because he's never right, spot on. He just goes with what he does, and that's cool. It's his own interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm not really one for lyrics either.
Mm.
Because most people are trying to just match the words to melody, right?
Yeah.
You get the melody and you're just trying to so that's what you're trying to shoehorn a lot of words in. So I don't really take lyrics to heart that much because, just because the word baby and maybe rhymes together, they're going to be used more frequently than anything else. It doesn't mean any significance really, other than they rhyme, it's just coincidence. So I don't really care. But anyway, Bruce got the idea from this Aleister Crowley guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's his feelings towards religion or something like that.
Right.
Hindu philosophy, like the serpent's kiss thing. All this is from his books. I don't know if anyone's expert on it. I would like to hear about it because I have no idea. But when I first heard the intro as well, I remember this because I got into this album. I didn't hear this until I was like 16, 17. But it really bugged me at the beginning when he started singing.
Okay.
Because I was like, what is that? I know that from something.
Mm.
And then it clicked.
Ooh.
So it's a hymn. It's an old school English school hymn. I remember because I think I sang this in school.
Right.
And it's Bruce just lifted it for the beginning. And this is where things get weird because it's an old hymn.
Yeah.
You know.
Who's going to take him to court over this one?
And it fits because he's like, clearly he's got an opinion about religion. And he's, but like, did he like write half the song and be like, oh fuck, I forgot the beginning. What was that song I used to sing in school?
Well, this old hymn will do it.
Right. So listen to the original. Oh, not the original.
Oh God, our earth and all to bow down and hear our cry. Our earthly rulers falter, our people drift and die. The walls of gold.
See, it's lifted. Did you catch that? One of my perverted secrets just came out there.
What?
Did you notice anything?
Remixing? Or?
Oh God, our earth and all.
Is it a bit fast?
Oh yeah, but you kept the tune, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my another weird secret of mine. So I do have. I like live versions.
Yeah.
But I much prefer studio versions.
Yeah.
But I like them a bit faster. So.
You're just being efficient with time, are you, if you're listening?
No, really. It's just, I thought, well, what do I like better? A live version where, you can hear the crowd and stuff like that, which is cool sometimes, but I just want to listen to the song. Or do I get all my favorite Maiden songs, speed them up a little bit, and then put them on my phone? Yes, I did.
That's different.
It's weird, right?
Because one thing that sometimes gets me is like if I ever listen to something on YouTube,
Yeah.
sometimes someone's like just a little bit out of pitch
Yeah.
or something, and I'm like, yeah, something's wrong with this song. Like,
I listen to podcasts on 1.25 speed.
oh, okay, fair enough.
Because
No,
I'm
talking and that.
because I'm a native
yeah.
English speaker, it's easy, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
with the Maiden, like sometimes I think like, oh, I want to, because they always play the live versions faster. But you know, I just want to listen to the studio version, so I've made my own version, and it's gross. I know, but
The studio live speed version.
yeah, I am crazy. I know, but I have a playlist of it's called Faster Maiden, and it's just it's mostly all the hits, but faster, just a little bit. Not like so it's out of sync or anything, but it's just a little bit faster, and I feel like I'm listening to it live, but it's not live. I'm sorry if it's gross. Let me know.
I'm not saying it's gross, but it's definitely the first time I've heard someone doing that.
Yeah, it was weird, isn't it? God, whoever gave me the access to recording software was a dangerous man. Anyway,
Stop it. Get it away.
So, for example, this is my Where Eagles Day. So it just sounds like they're playing it live,
Right, yeah.
but it's the clean studio version.
Yep.
I'm sorry if I offended anyone, but
Ooh.
that's how it
Let's
is.
see how many emails we're going to get.
Yeah, please send us emails. We have one I've saved for the end of the podcast because it's like he's asked many questions about other songs, so we'll do that at the end. But please, anyone has please email us in at
Send
listen
an
to
email.
imaidenbaby@gmail.com.
Or fax us on. No, we don't have a number.
No facts, sorry.
Okay.
Never. Anyway, so to Steve Harris quote, Steve said, to me, it's a sort of a heavy version of a Wishbone Ash feel. Wishbone Ash is a band that really influenced Steve Harris. They have like the kind of twin guitar harmony kind of things,
Right.
Revelations comes together more live. That tends to be like that with us. Usually the numbers, he says numbers, not song. I love when people say that. It's a good number. Calling the song a number.
Yeah.
Usually the numbers are better live than on record. That has to do with the feel of the songs. Most of them were written to be played on stage. They're not really for the recording studio. Steve Harris. I disagree. I think they sound very good in the studio.
Very good.
But I know what you mean. Seeing Maiden live is it's just that's the real deal.
Yeah.
Steve's bass on this song is a little close to being obnoxious, but Bruce did rein him in, and we have to do the old Steve check on the bass.
Yeah.
Because remember, when Steve doesn't write the song, he turns his bass up because he's an egomaniac. Overall, fantastic song.
Yes.
Bruce sings it so well. I love the clean parts too. But yeah, I still want the Maiden 1-2 punch, please.
Yes.
So I would probably put the next song on as number 2 or another one
Yeah.
before this one.
Before Bluey Doo.
Song number 3.
As the sun breaks above the ground, an old man stands on the hill. As the fly on your wing, like an eagle, fires high. As the sun on your wing, like an eagle, fly, touch the sun. Like an eagle, fly as high as the
And so we have reached it. The whole reason this podcast exists. This song.
The song.
The song. The one that grabbed me by the balls.
Yes.
Or testicles.
Or the kugels, as I like to call them. What?
The what?
I think it's a German word for balls.
What is it?
Kugels.
Kugels.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Kicked him right in the kugels.
Kugels. Okay, I might use that one now.
Yeah.
Anyway, the song, mate. Now, I remember it clearly. Sitting in my grandfather's house, eating his dinner, switching through the TV shows, and suddenly I hit upon this song. And my grandfather actually recorded the moment of me listening to it. I morphed into a metal maniac.
For the devil sends the beast with wrath.
Yes, the time was short between me hearing this song and going to a shop to buy a CD. Oh my god. Now, I'm going to just, sorry, All
right, let's go to Ashley. Ashley!
But seriously though, like, I grew up listening to my dad's music of AC/DC. I enjoyed it. But I liked a lot of hip hop music.
Yeah,
I liked a lot of music that was contemporary for my age. Like the new metal and Blink-182 and things like that. But I'd heard Trooper and things like that. Or whatever. No, maybe not the Trooper. I think I'd heard Run to the Hills and Number the Beast. I'd heard them, and they hadn't gripped me and made me. No, I'd hear them on playlists and videos, whatever. I liked the songs, but it didn't make me into a Maiden fan.
Right.
When I heard this song, the next day, I went with my mother to the city, Swansea City, went to HMV, and I was looking for the Icarus song.
Was Cyril the Swan there?
No. Oh,
okay.
I'm sure he was somewhere.
Possibly.
Probably in the death metal aisle.
Yeah.
A bit too heavy for me.
Yep.
And and I found the Greatest Hits album called Edward the Great, which has a Eddie and a crown and
Edward
kings.
Nice.
I was very smart, right?
Yeah.
I looked on the back, and my one was the first edition, which doesn't have some of the later songs on it. They really re-released it with some newer songs.
Yeah.
And and I bought the CD, and I put it in my CD Walkman thing I had in the car, and I just listened to this song over and over. I didn't even bother listening to anything else on the CD.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get there. I just remember but what's funny though, right, is that even though I'm saying that, after I got into the song, I listened to the other songs and I enjoyed listening to Maiden for a couple of months, but then I didn't continue. It come later where I started becoming a massive, really buying all the CDs and like that, which is really strange. This is the one that got me, and I just loved this song, but I didn't become a massive fan after that. I just became a fan of those songs. And it didn't spur me on to buy all the CDs and all the angles, because honestly, I was very much into football. Like, I grew up playing soccer, football, and that was my life. And music, it would take me for a couple of months, but then I'd be right back to football.
Right. Yeah.
I was more interested in that. And so like I said, I really enjoyed this song, and I thought, wow, I mean, it's just incredible. It's just amazing. Every time I hear it now,
it's a good song to pick, man.
It is, right? When I hear this song now, it makes me feel like I gotta finish it. It's just, I think it is my favorite Maiden song because it has everything I like about the band. Bruce singing well, just
he hits on
groove.
The notes,
right? I mean, and like a story.
And
just memorable solos. Like I could just sing the solo off the top of my head. I mean, it's just so memorable.
Speaking of the story, though, they kind of got it wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, maybe I think Bruce said he did it on purpose. He just wanted to change it up, but it could be him going like, "Oh no, I just wanted to change it up later," But
I don't know anything about Greek mythology. I wrote this myself.
So, in regards to that, I would like to hear from the Maiden Mafia out there. Email or message the Instagram. What is the song that got you to be listening to this podcast right now? Because if you are a massive Maiden fan, that's because you got hooked by one song.
That's it.
And guess what?
Yeah.
if it is the Trooper or the Run to the Hills, there's nothing wrong with that.
So be it.
That's what it
Which
is.
song grabbed you by the Kugels?
The Kugels, we're going to put that into the podcast, haven't we? Which song grabbed you by the Kugels and got you into Maiden? Because this is the one which got me all googly.
Perfect.
Yeah. But it is weird that even though this is my favorite song, I love this song, I did not, want to buy all the CDs after this. I just liked it from a short time and then moved on to what else I was doing. But Ante, was this the first time you heard this song?
Yes, actually, this one was.
See, that's
I've heard of it.
Of it.
Never heard it, though.
Come on, what's your reaction?
Not much, other than I really, really like this song,
Right?
man. Like I said, it's Kugel grabbing goodness.
Mm.
The notes he even pulls a few times in this one, holds them, hits them. I just love it. And that start,
Right,
dun,
that riff, right,
Yeah.
of, what is it, like A, E, F minor,
Right.
dun, 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 dun.
This is the one you have like a 2-hour loop of.
Yeah, I do. I have like a weird loop of it, and yeah, I'm crazy. I shouldn't be allowed computer, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, it's a killer track. And did I read it right? That intro is kind of what's that other song, other band? Is it Dio? It's kind of like a
like Holy Diver.
That's it. Like that was kind of like the
Yeah, I can see that because
Yeah.
Holy Dive. Well, talking to South Park, do you ever see that episode where Dio's on South Park?
Yes.
They have the homeschool, and he's like, "Where playing in the school dance?"
Yeah.
We in Iraq. Yeah, I mean, that's another song because Dio wrote that song as well, Holy Diver.
Yeah.
Holy Diver. Dun, 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 dun,
Again,
dun, dun,
gives me
dun,
that
dun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's got that rhythm, right? That really cool groove. And I mean, talking about those chords, man. Should I keep going?
Why not? What's next?
Oh, well, I don't know. What do you think is next? Right in the chorus. Nah, let's go back to it. I'm sorry. I'm a crazy person. I just love that.
Mr. Crow.
Mr. Crowley. It's Crowley, you cunt. Ozzy wouldn't give a shit. Man, am I getting too giddy? I feel a bit giddy right now.
That's not a bad thing.
Let's get into the nitty gritty, shall we?
Shall we?
3 minutes, 49 seconds.
It's a short one, eh?
Yes. 11th of April, 1983. The first single from the album actually charted at number 11 in the UK.
Is that good or a bad thing?
That's very good for Iron Maiden to be
Right.
in the charts. Very rare. And number 12 on the rock radio charts in the USA. Written by Adrian Smith and Bruce Dickinson. No Steve.
Oh,
That's 2 songs in a row now with no Steve.
You okay, Steve?
My favorite Iron Maiden song has 0 Steve Harris input.
That's saying something.
Do I have an agenda? Anyway, let's hear what Bruce says about it.
Flight of Icarus began life in a toilet. Adrian was fond of playing guitar in bathrooms. He liked the ambience from the tiles, and whilst he was noodling away, I heard a sequence of chords and started singing along to them. The chorus of Flight of Icarus just started flying like an eagle as a result. I quickly realised that we potentially had a song under 4 minutes that could do the unthinkable for Maiden: airplay on US radio. For the lyric, I flipped the story of Icarus on its head and made the father the villain of the piece. Driven by ambition and ego, he forces his son to fly, with terrible consequences as his son, in youthful exuberance, flies too high and his wings melt. Basically, the pushy parent revisited.
So his father's a dick.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, when he said ego, he's mocking the manager, Rod Smallwood, the Yorkshire accent. Ego. Like, it's funny, like Bruce always takes a dig at him anytime he can. Yeah, so apparently Bruce knew that the story was not accurate, and he was just on purpose flipping it upside down. Well, that's what he says anyway, but...
Well, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Adrian with the toilet reverb.
I was going to say, you get good reverb in a toilet.
You do,
the bathroom, yeah.
I think the Beatles wrote a lot of songs in the toilet because of the reverb, you know. I mean, it gives you confidence, you know. Like, for example, I for recording music. I record my own band and vocalists, and so I have I use an interface which is an Apollo Universal Audio, which is very, very, it's good because it has you can basically feed effects into when you're recording it, and you can do it on any desk anyway, but like it's just convenient to do it there. And you can hear your voice with reverb, but it's not recording it. It's just it's pre, so like it doesn't record it. But when you're singing it, you can hear the reverb. You feel more confident.
Right.
Get a better performance, because that's what a producer is. Producer gets results in whatever way they can. Yeah. And Martin Birch killed it on this album because every performance is incredible. Yeah. I just think, because, when Bruce sang this song, he'd have to go, is that okay? And then Martin has to go, yeah, that's the one. And when he said that's the one, he was right almost every time.
I wonder how many takes they did do on such a short track.
Yeah, I know, because Where Eagles Dare was apparently 2 takes. I mean, who knows? But anyway, so Steve Harris basically hates this song.
Because he had nothing to do with it?
And he wants to play it fast. He thinks it should be played fast, and it's only recently got back into the set list.
When we recorded the track, I had a stand-up row with Steve over the tempo. He wanted to play the whole thing much faster, almost like a slow shuffle. I stood nose to nose with him, and he reluctantly caved in and let me dictate the timing. This is nothing to do with getting it on the radio, is it? He demanded. Oh, good God forbid. Of course not, I lied. Well, we did it, and it was a top 10 radio hit out of the box. As it happens, I think it's the right tempo regardless, but I'm sure Steve would disagree because we haven't played the song live for 30 years.
You are right, Bruce. Steve is absolutely wrong here.
What about Ashley? You like a bit of fast tempo?
That's a good point.
Right?
But not this song.
Not this one. Okay, yeah.
This song is perfect. No. I love the tempo. Slower. I play it slower. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Man, I think it's perfect. So, Bruce wrote it, wanted to be on the radio. Guess what? It got on the fucking radio. Steve couldn't do that.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Man, that's what radio is very important, especially in the 80s. Come on.
That's all there is to get your stuff out there.
Yeah, I mean, I know, video killed the radio star, but not. He didn't die for that long, did he?
There was no MySpace.
Think about it. There's no music videos anymore, really, is there?
No.
It's still radio and music and podcast. Kind of radio, isn't it? I mean, it came back really. Yeah. So Steve doesn't like it because he thinks it's too slow, and he's wrong.
That tempo is right.
I love it. When they play it live as well, like, it's just too fast.
Yeah, right. Always happens with the live.
It's just, I hate it. I hate live, this live version. I hate listening to this song live.
Is that where Steve's happy? He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. He loves to enjoy it. And they don't play it that much. And this song suffers from one thing. So there's 2 of my favorite songs, right? Actually, I hate them live. This song and Can I Play With Madness? Can I Play With Madness is in another 2 albums. Another 3 albums, sorry. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. And this song is just played way too fast. Yeah. So I don't enjoy it. And Can I Play With Madness? It needs, the point of it is that Bruce has a lot of layered vocals and Steve sings it live and it just sounds fucking terrible when it starts up. So the beginning is like, can I play with madness? And Bruce does all these harmonies. Yeah. But when you play live, you hear Steve going, can I play with madness? And it's like, oh, stop it. Fucking hate it.
That's what I was going to say. How many vocal tracks are there in that Fly?
Right? Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's have a little bit of analysis.
His eyes are ablaze. See the madman in his gaze. Fly on your way like an eagle. Fly as high as the sun. On your way like an eagle. Fly, touch the sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fly on your way like an eagle. Fly as high as the sun. Like
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's trained.
So trained.
You know.
How good is that?
That's fucking
You don't
awesome.
need the music.
No.
That's all you need.
How many voices do you reckon? Is it like 4 or 5?
There's a couple there, right? He's doing, and it's panned and it's mixed in well.
yeah.
There's a couple of vocals there. I mean, oh my God, I love that so much. And Steve ruins it by playing it too fast. Because the whole thing of this song is that when you play it live, Bruce is trying to catch up. Like, did you hear that breath he took at the end there?
Right.
Like you know, this song takes a lot to sing, and if you play too fucking fast, you can't do that. So you're just ruining it for everyone, Steve, you selfish bastard.
I need to take a breath.
Yeah, right. You know, oh my God, it's just so excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, just
His eyes are ablaze.
it's insane. Now,
It's awesome.
what more can you say?
Yeah.
So it's got a great rhythm. Bruce is smashing it, and the fucking solos, man. So there's 2 solos there. Which one is Dave and which one is Adrian? Which is the first solo? Who do you think?
Adrian. And I'm just throwing a name out
Exactly,
there.
right? But see,
Yeah,
I'm going to teach you.
exactly,
I'm going to
right.
teach you how to know. So Adrian solos, right? Adrian is more of a songwriter,
Okay.
and he's a great solo player. But Adrian solos are like constructed,
Right.
and he can play them note for note every night.
Mhm.
Dave Murray uses the legato technique, you know.
Yeah.
So basically, it sounds like. When you hear that it's Dave, right? But with Dave, right, he starts off usually the same as the album, and then about 5 seconds later, he's off somewhere, and then he ends up roughly where he's
back home, and
and that's the difference in styles. Is that it's like that's why it's so good to listen to, because Adrian's he's got a lot of like feel and like a lot of like whoa, that's cool, and then he'll try to. It's his style, whereas Dave is like, I'll do it on the night.
Just shredding over the top.
And it's a great mix, you know? But see, the first one is Dave, right? So let's listen to it. Okay, at this point it could be Adrian. Now it's Dave, right?
Right.
Okay. Oh, it could be Adrian. Oh, no, it's Dave.
Oh, okay.
And he'll play like this every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we go through the albums, I'm going to test you which one you
see
think
if I
it
can
is,
pick
right?
it. All right,
And
all right.
it is quite easy to do. It gets much harder in the future when there's 3 guitar players,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but we'll get to that later. But yeah, man, these solos, fantastic. Music video.
Yeah.
So the original music video is them in the studio in Bahamas, and it's mixed in with some like, you know, half-assed, let's try and make it a bit, you know, gloomy and dark, whatever. So
As the Bahamas is known for.
exactly. And like, I think Nico is dressed up like I don't know. I'm not even going to bother watching the video because, guys, I made videos suck and we all know it. So stop lying to yourself. And, but it is cool to see them in the studio. Usually they do videos where they're playing live, but it's just cool to see them in the studio playing together. It's really fun. talking of like making it interesting.
Yeah.
See that simple guitar of.
Yeah. I like that.
I love stuff like that, you know? So even though it's a simple song, but it's a song, serve the song. The first verse didn't have that. This one does. Make it a little bit different every time, you know? So, and that goes for like recording music too.
Right.
It's very easy to copy and paste these days.
Mm.
And people notice.
Yeah.
You can feel it when you hear like, oh shit, that's copy and pasted. You just know, you know? So don't do that. I love this song. Now, just to hear the live version, let's listen how they played it in 1983. Here's them playing it live in London.
Maiden!
Number 11 in the charts.
Top of the pops can go fuck themselves, all right?
Oh, it's just too fast.
It is.
It's like it doesn't have the groove, you know. If you like it, fair enough. Good on you. But I don't like it. I like the studio version, which I have never sped up.
Ooh.
Never.
Saying something. Top of the Pops wouldn't have been happy with that remark, would they?
That's weird, isn't it? Number 11. Fuck Top of the Pops. Well, which one do you want?
They were on Top of the Pops before, though. Running Free.
Or
Bruce wasn't. Bruce
I'll
wasn't.
never live that down. Anyway, man, I love Flight of Icarus. It's my favorite Maiden song.
Rightly so, man.
You know, I love it. I can't talk much more anymore because I just get giddy. My giddy aunt become giddy. Now, to end the podcast, guys, I just want to say something fantastic, which I watch now and again when I'm feeling a little bit gloomy myself, you know? Pick you up. Go to YouTube, Kerrang Radio channel, and type in the Wattville Primary School Flight of Icarus. Let's watch this right now.
Yeah.
Can I join in, kids? Fly on your way like an eagle. Fly as high as the sun. Okay, get ready for it, mate. Yeah!
Yeah.
Woo! Let's get to the solo. They start doing the solo too. Yeah, go on, kids.
Oh, they're rocking out, man.
They're loving it, man.
Yeah.
How cool is this?
That's awesome.
See, after they listened to that and they did that performance, a lot of them said,
I'm getting to like this heavy metal stuff.
Don't we all? Don't we all? I love that video. Just these kids singing that song and, you know, just cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. I like it very much. Anyway, let's end it there, guys. I could talk about Flight of Icarus, but what I can say is just, I really like it.
It's a top song.
I like it a lot.
A banger.
It is a banger. Slamming song. I love it. Anyway, let's continue next week with track 4.
Yes.
And part 4.
Yeah, exactly.
We're doing pretty well. Anyway, I'm really enjoying listening to this album.
Definitely.
It is a great album. And but I think maybe switch a couple of songs around, maybe that one.
Ooh.
What do you think?
Yeah, that one would have been a good second track, right?
Yeah, I think so. Going from, Where He Goes There. Dun, dun, oh, yeah, it'd be good. And
Number one punch. And then keep dragging them along.
Yeah, but also maybe because it was the first single, maybe they're thinking like, let's put it a bit later so people actually listen to the other songs kind of thing. You know, who knows what they're thinking. Anyway, if you want to talk to us or contribute anything, email us at listen@imaidenbaby@gmail.com.
Yeah. Do you think our track listing is out of whack? I don't know.
Of course, I mean, for a lot of people, it's like, no, it's perfect, you know, but we are heathens in that we would like to change stuff. I speed up the songs.
There you go. I switch them around.
I've got ideas.
I have none.
I would say,
Well, not
don't
today.
do that. Do this, Steve. Who am I to tell Steve Harris what to do? How dare you? But I did it because I can. And I will continue because I am very British. And we do whatever we want.
Aren't you Welsh?
Technically, that is British.
Technically.
But yes, most Welsh people would say, I'm Welsh, not British. And I'm not one of them. I'm fine with the Union Jack.
Yeah. Okay.
No representation, but fine.
Okay.
It's all good. You got the Union Jack on your one.
Yeah.
Australia, couple of stars or whatever. It's kind of stupid flag, isn't it?
A lot of Union Jacks around.
Come on, be honest though. The Australian flag is embarrassing. You got another country's flag in the corner.
Well, I know there's a lot of people when you put it next to like the New Zealand flag.
Yeah, right. It's hard, right? Even though it's weird, it is quite difficult. And it's a couple of islands with similar ones too, right?
Yeah. It's like, hang on, is it?
Yeah. And Hawaii. I love the Hawaii flag has the British, because it was a British island, so they kept it. It's hilarious. Fuck off, Yanks.
We're keeping it.
That's right. You should keep it. But yeah, it is embarrassing for Australia to have the British flag in the corner, I think. Which is weird. Anyway, let's talk Iron Maiden next week.
We'll talk some more.
Lots more. Catch you next week.
Take it easy, guys.